So the idea of the hack I've done is mostly using TruePhone APIs, platform stuff. So one piece is some of their number call control APIs, and then the TruePhone client on the way out again. Does anyone recognise what that is?
It's a Bluetooth
beacon. It's not iBeacon. So tiny little, sealed inside this one is a tiny little circuit board and a watch cell type battery, and it's a Bluetooth low energy device that's chucking out an ID, just a number every, I think it's 1,000 milliseconds that one's set to at the moment. Pretty dumb device. The idea is I've associated this with a phone number and an app. So the use case for this really is years ago, 20 plus years ago, we phoned places. We wanted to call, and you wanted to phone your friend. I mean, I remember having to phone around friends to find out if trying to get hold of somebody, you'd phone different places. Is so-and-so there? No, hang up. Is so-and-so there? Hang up. Mobile comms flipped that on its head, and now we phone people because everybody has their own phone. So I phone Alan, I don't phone, and I talk to him wherever he is, which is great for 90% of things. But there is sometimes when we want to actually phone a place rather than a person, and we don't really care who we speak to, but I want to speak to somebody that's there. Offices is quite a good example. Anybody that works remotely in a big team, often you want to phone somebody in the office to reboot a box or do something like that, and actually just anybody will work, but you end up phoning 4 or 5 people. Are you there? No. Okay, I'll get someone else. Are you there? No. Shared houses, data center, comms rooms, any equipment sites. So the idea is that we can bring that back without having to install landlines in places by associating numbers with beacons. These are down to about, I think these are, well, the price I paid about $25, but on quantity they're sub $10 now. And you can get self-powered ones that plug into little USB chargers, all kinds of things. And we just stick that up on the wall somewhere, and through the provisioning API, we associate a number, and then we have a phone number. So we then have a little app installed on our phone, which this would normally be part of something like a TruePhone app, but I've just obviously done it as a separate app for now. So if I log in, oops. Says he gets typed his email address wrong. That's sort of live demos. So I'm logged in. So the app just sits there. Now the app can go into the background, and that is now monitoring for beacons. Every group beacons have a UUID, so a massive long string, which associates with a group of beacons, and then they have individual IDs. So this is listening for any beacons that are configured with my group, so this service basically. For the purpose of the demo, I've got a software beacon on here because this is constantly broadcasting and doesn't have an off switch. So I have to kind of run in and out of the room and it gets a bit tedious. But so right now, I think we are out of the room. So if I call the number, just to show you what happens. I was using Skype for this.
Sorry, there is nobody available to take the call.
So right now there's nobody logged into the beacons, basically. So if we now, oops, it's now telling me I want to buy Skype credit. Convenient advert.
Don't want to do that.
No, absolutely. I want to find something else once I've burned through that credit. So if I now switch on the beacons on here, these 2 phones should be running the app and should see the beacon get enabled. 99 enabled. So this is now transmitting a beacon, which, I can't see, but these 2 have just received an SMS notification that just says you've joined the group, you've walked into the room basically, so you're now on that number. So if I now call the number, both turned on, get the call presented to either of them. This one should, 3 was being a bit funny, there we go. So that one's taking it on PSTN, and hopefully this one will get it on the TruePhone client.
Wi-Fi timed out. Okay.
Possibly, seems to be good. We'll just hang that one up. Well, I mean, okay, I'll take the call on here. On the circuit switched one. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
It's all connected. So both phones. If we just give that, let's just give it one more. Let's just call the TruePhone test one. Okay, that's working. Let's just with the app in the foreground, see if that now detects it. Danger of demos. Anyway, the other bit does work on us. Yes, so we call, and then if we switch off the beacon, just to show you that part. ping. We should get notifications on both of these. One that's left. And I expect the SMS. It probably has departed the... Yep, bang, that's left the group. So now I call it back. And it'll go back to saying there's nobody.
Sorry, there is nobody available to take the call.
So as the beacons are turned on or off, or you walk in and out of range of the beacons, and if we actually took one of the phones out, it would just call that one. And that's basically it.
Excellent, thank you. Any questions for Sam?
Question, what is sending the present information? Is the beacon sending it to the network?
So, no,
is the phone sending it to the network?
Yeah, the phone. The beacon is a dumb device. So this is just passive broadcasting. It's not connected to the network in any way. Pre-programmed with its ID and provisioned the SOC number. And it's broadcasting an ID. The app, so the main part of the hack really was I wrote an iOS app which looks for the beacon in the background and monitors it like it's a geographic. It's basically a geofence, a beacon. So when you walk into range, that then triggers a call to the API server which adds your number or your SIP ID to the hunt group number. So when calls come in, it says who's available in the group, bang, found the call out to them.
Any other questions for Sam? Otherwise, excellent help. Well done, Sam.